Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning. Oh, why we got some inconsistent? Oh, okay. So we closed bearish. That looked like it was about to close bullish for a second. All right, we closed bearish. Got Powell speaking today. Price has already moved up plus 0.86% on the daily. Got something to do with Powell speaking. Hey, good morning, Alexander. Tour to Alberta. Luke, good morning, Johnny, Architect. Sup, Josh? Tall Trader, what's good? Welcome, guys. Brian. Clear. Bobby in the house. Too much money. Welcome, guys. Mr. Rashid's in here. Trading. Good morning. So I'm waiting for like some kind of signal here that price is gonna struggle to move up. You know, I'm looking for a sell at this point. I don't see a buy opportunity. So I'm looking more for them sells. Nothing there on the left-hand side for me to trade up towards. And we just got the London Open here. So I'm anticipating we're going to be getting a London Open fakie. This could potentially be the London Open fake out. So I want to see what's going to happen just within this region here. Before taking anything. Vikrant, good morning. So yeah, so far the buys have been playing out. We haven't yet gotten any like real sell confirmations. Azaz, good morning. AJ, nice to see you in the chat today. Yeah, guys, so looking at the daily here, we got like a daily resistance, and you know, we could possibly have a really nice sell off that daily resistance. It looks like we just tapped into like some sort of targets. Simplify your workflow with our new floating data tooltip. Interesting. Let's see how these candlesticks behave. It could just be very well a V-shaped reversal from this region and then just comes down towards like 32.27. We'll be breaking below that 8 SMA as well, so that looks good. Trading against the 15 and the 30, but I think, you know, prices, it's due for some sort of retracement eventually. So this is how we've been moving since the Asia Open here. We've pushed up about, like, you know, 320 pips. Created a support on the 30. Price broke above, creating new higher highs. We have yet to create any significant lower lows on the 30. As you can see, price has just been moving up. These are the supports which are being formed as price continues to push bullish. You know, the thing about these candles is this thing could reflip here really quickly. It's got about 1 minute 30 seconds. So gotta lock in a little. Starting to reflip, as you can see. Got about 40 seconds here. It would be nice to close like a strong bullish candle. All right, so I got the closure I wanted. Now I want to see. Now I want to see if we can break these lows, confirm a move to the downside. We'll see what the market does here. We got a daily resistance. I'm looking at this area here as a little bit of a fake out, closing above this previous resistance right over here. So fakey break of the lows. We'll eventually get the 8 SMA in our favor in confluence as well, and then price can head on down here towards support. So we got that daily resistance right here. As you can see, we also got that daily 8 SMA. We could still respect this 8 SMA here. We got a bit of dynamic resistance in there too. Not a lot of room for price to move up. It's got to get through these speed bumps. There's a pretty tough area over here for price to get through. You know, unless we just get volume come in, it's pretty difficult. There's not that much room. So possibly looking at some sort of retracements finally to come in here. Since, you know, we've been moving up since Asia. And with the new London Open, every session can give us like a sort of change of character. Give us a nice probability of that happening. All right, looks like Goldie might be coming in. Can we break it? Oh, we gotta respecting the 8 SMA. Wow, look at this. Maybe it's gonna give us a bit more structure before it decides to move. Like it could do something like this. It could start to break above this area, give us a little bit of another fakey situation that could happen here to come down to fill up this range. Or it could just keep moving up. We'll see. That could be a fake out on the 1 minute. Yeah, it could be a liquidity grab as well, breaking above these highs. Do. What's the highest percentage gold has ever moved in a day? I think like the highest I recently saw was something like maybe 2.50%. Can't remember, but I'm pretty sure gold has hit like a 3%. Yeah, I don't know, maybe 3%, around that much is the highest that I've seen. So it's still quite young, you know, 0.90%. Price action wise, we do have some resistances there on the left hand side. Fundamentally speaking, I think this is like this some sort of macro volume. This is what I believe is from Powell speaking today. That's the only thing that we have on the calendar here. That's about 2 hours 30 minutes into the New York session. Also, Bailey's gonna be speaking apparently, so you can look out for the pound. That could affect the pound. So maybe this is the last pushes. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens here. Hey, Kraken, good morning. You took a buy on that? Nice. Yeah, I think there was a consolidation breakout here. It's still playing out. Nice little tight stop losses. I do like the stops on these. Really nice stop losses. My trade this morning got slipped, but I still had a 14 pip stop loss. Really nice. Like around 12, 14, somewhere around there. Yesterday it did the same shit, then dumped. See how the 1 minute start to behave here? Because there was a small little consolidation breakout that just happened now. This could be a bigger one here. That could be ranging in between the zone. This could be that fake out that we're looking for as well. See if it just completely melts. Wow, still pushing. Very directional today, the market. I honestly still wouldn't mind some buys if I could get some confirmation. No confirmation. FVG has been respected in the 1 minute. You know what we do with ICT traders on the stream? This is what we do to them. This is what we do to your opinions on FVGs. Real bad man. Gold broke the H4 time frame, bearish movement. So imagine the amount of FVGs that are no VGs now, you know, as price just keeps going through them.
Very quick, very effective.
So this is looking like we're not gonna get the sell here. Not below 33.30 at least. Maybe it's gonna come a bit higher up. It broke that FVG. Of course, price is moving up. It's moving up right now. So you see, that's why like we want to see some sort of reason that price can come down. There's no reason that price can come down here at this point. It's still creating new higher, lower highs or higher lows. Higher lows, higher highs. I think I learned why people like the ICT model so much. You know, it dawned on me yesterday that I think it's because it looks more of like a strategy. I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, actually, you know, it looks more like a strategy. So people kind of like to gravitate towards like strategies. You're not really learning how to read price necessarily. It just kind of like, it looks more like a strategy. How's it, everyone? Let's hope for a good day today. Yes, sir, Jonathan. This is definitely fundamentally driven. Yes, man, you can feel it. You can 100% feel it. You don't even need to know what's going on. You can see it in the way the candlesticks are behaving. God knows what's going on. I haven't even looked at my fundamentals for the day, but I know it's definitely driven by something. Because this is not a normal movement. Gold climbed around 33.10 per ounce on Tuesday, extending gains from previous session. The dollar retreated amid concerns over a ballooning US government deficit, with investors monitoring the progress of a huge tax cutting and spending bill slowly advancing through the Senate. Yes, I think probably like a 50 basis point cut is probably due. None of these 25 basis point cuts. I feel like the next one's probably going to be a 50. We might even have one this year, but probably like a big one. President Trump threatening to impose a fresh tariff level on Japan just over a week before the July 9th deadline for higher tariffs to restart. Right now, they have that deal. Remember with China? China, they have that tariff deal, but it's only for 90 days, right? So time is ticking on that thing. So the trade war is definitely still ongoing. Additional expectations of interest rate cuts by the Federal Reserve later this year continue to bolster gold's appeal. Investors now wait for US jobs data. Yeah, we got ADP and NFP this week. So this is going to be quite interesting to see the kind of price action we're going to get for Goldie retracement to the downside. I want to get stuck in buys, just no setup. Man, there was a beautiful TFX concept set up over here. If you wanted to take it, you could have taken it. If you know what you're doing. But yeah, you know, that's the thing. That's the thing. You just got to know what you're doing. But, you know, there's this little move here. These are the types of move that I like to catch. But I also like to catch my swing entry models. If you ask me what's my favorite, definitely like swing entry models, because the 1 minute time frame requires locking in. Like it's really hard to stay concentrated on stream sometimes. Morning Vic and chat, how's it going? Going pretty good. Your spreads are acting crazy. I got pretty decent spreads so far. At least where we're sitting at now, it's just about just about 1 pip. Goldie is cooking shorts right now.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Man, imagine if you held a trade. If I held my trade from this morning, damn. This would be insane. Insane. Even with my slippage. This would be insane.
Bomboka!
Let's see what GJ is up to. Coming down towards that support. Yeah, that's the thing with GJ. It looks like it's, if it breaks below obviously this daily, we're looking for price to continue coming down or having a further retracement, but it's in a pretty key zone. We have resistance and we got support over here, so it's like almost a consolidation. So those will be the key levels that I'll be looking at here on pound yen. Currently it is down 0.23%, having a potential head and shoulders here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. See if it's going to distribute. A little bit of a consolidation too. It's moving sideways. Pretty big accumulation to see if price can break below and maybe get through that daily level of a support. Oops. How do I... That wouldn't be a bomber clot. That would be a pussy clot, ras clot, bomber clot. I was watching more of that guy yesterday. Side quest. Side quests. Yo, his accent so Jamaican, but you never know if this guy is Jamaican just by looking at him once. Oh, and trading, this guy lives in New York as well. Maybe you got a, I don't know what barrel he's from, but it would be cool to bump into. Anyway, I don't want to get copyright, but yeah, funny reels.
I can ask you for some advice. Alright, I try to check this one
Josh, why don't men eat pum pum? Why don't Jamaican men eat the pum pum? 5-minute opening range would have played out with the FEG as well. Should have taken it. Yeah, shoulda, coulda, but you see, this didn't line with what I was looking to catch. So then I'm not gonna take it. It's not part of my rules. I'm not gonna take it. See how it's going through this daily here. Got daily resistance. Damn, Goldie is flying right now. You know what it looks? It looks more of like a... It looks more of like a fake out. It looks like a fake out. Also, the way the volume is coming in, it's kind of like that fake out energy. So it's probably targeting like, I think as a daily target, somewhere around like 33.60 would be good. Yeah, I got like 33.60 here. That's about 600 pips roughly. Yeah, 600 pips. Not bad. I'm waiting for buys on GJ from 10 level. If price action shows me the way. Wait for the way, young Padawan. GJ will show you the way. Just be patient. Because right now it's moving down. It's moving down quite aggressively as well. So this is like catching a falling knife. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bearish candlesticks in a row. You definitely want to see some kind of structure. You know, you could potentially get in on a fake out situation like this. This is what gold is doing basically on the daily time frame. That little fake out to the downside that we spoke about. So, you know, you could get like a pretty strong rip up like this to correct some of this move. And we got like another range over here on Goldie. This is what I'm looking to correct. Like this thing needs to calm down. It definitely needs to calm down. It's pushed so much already. At least some form of retracement. We only got one retracement here. See, like right here. This was already filled up. Oh, not 65, but it still gave a pretty decent push. From this zone, that was about like 31 pips. That was a one retracement. We only had one right here. This was the only significant one. For the most part, it's just been moving up. Man, I knew this setup here was going to be a bomber clot. You know why? Because like when this candle opened, this was a new hourly candle. So I'm like, oh man, I know I'm going to get slipped on this one, but I'm just going to wait and I'm going to take it because I know the stop losses are tight. It's always like with that hourly open and when it's next to a setup, it's like there's so many orders there that you can never get the exact price point that you want. Like, there's just so many orders, even if you use buy stops. Because man na bokat, that's why you don't yam pum pum. You can't breed your tongue, my G. I need to go to Jamaica on holiday. Just once. Only Bogdanov can bring that down now. Yes. See, when he's done pumping it. I think Wojak took a sell somewhere around here. So it's pumping through Wojak sells. Probably took another sell over here. Man, days like this, when you're on the wrong side of the market and you're doing like a Wyckoff trading system, then that's definitely an account, your account getting blown. Or at least a really big loss. Wyckoff works the best when it's in line with the market. If I don't see price action I'm looking for, I'm sitting on my hands. Yes, me too. Exactly. Exactly. Wyckoff needs to rebrand because what the hell? I hope before the sell, we at least get a little bit more structure in here. Because I wouldn't want a situation where price does something like this and then starts coming like this. Oh, that one I'm gonna know already. It's not gonna be looking too good. It's not gonna be looking too good. So it would be nice to have like a little bit of structure being formed, or like even like a fake out situation above here would be nice. You know, something. But anyway, if the move does get triggered, that's gonna be a confirmation nonetheless. Even if we get a liquidity grab looking thing, next candles could always still roll over. Got like 3 minutes 27 seconds for this candle here to close. You don't feel good about the setup, remember, don't take it. No one's forcing you to trade. You don't have to trade just because you see me trading here. Yeah, I think stop's gonna put my stops above here. The good thing about it too is at the same time it can give like a very nice move to the downside, like very minimal drawdown. See, pull up. It would be better as well if it pulls up a bit more. Okay. Come on, Bogdanov, dump it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure people are waiting to sell gold so much here today. You know, when price moves like this, people always looking to sell gold. Always looking to sell gold. People always trying to cash the tops. Am I in that sell? No. See, now this is nice. This is nice. Even if it re-breaks those highs and then comes down, it can still use this. At least get a little bit of seasoning on this setup, you know. Right now it's a bit bland, but you know, I think if it breaks above this area, at least now it's like starting to push up. You gotta put some seasoning in here. Got about 10 seconds for candlestick to close. It's gonna close above this resistance, which is nice. I want to see a big candle rip down. Maybe it's gonna re-break the highs a little bit, then start ripping down. Wow, but it's crazy how much momentum's in here. It is crazy. It just keeps moving up. Up 1.12%. The biggest thing for me is not to copy trade. I have to know that I can do this on my own. For that, I'm very proud. Yeah, very well done, BC Drums. And making profit and payouts now. I think that could be the push. But that could be the push if it starts to come down now. No. Very beautiful. Very nice. So now you see, looking at this here as a fake out. Fake out, candlestick close above. It's ripping back down heavy. Rebreak of these lows. We've been moving up for quite some time. Currently up like, 1%. So still expecting a retracement down towards the support. Or some sort of retracement at least, Would be nice to have the SMAs in our favor as confluence. But, at the end of the day, price action is king. Oh, this is a big fake out. You can imagine people get into buys and then you get straight drawdown like this. That's what we call a fake out, right, guys? So we're gonna go in line with these stop losses, these buyer stop losses. That's what I'm looking for. I wanna get in on their stop loss. Still hasn't hit them out yet. I'm looking for a 15-minute bearish candle for a short. All right. It's kind of having a reaction off of that 8 SMA. 8 SMA, kiss of death situation. So that could happen. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pop. All right, so at least the SMAs come above the entry. So if it's just a kiss of death, then the entry shouldn't get triggered in. It could still look like a kiss of death, but with a deeper pullback through the SMA. But sometimes we get these really perfect ones that are right above the SMA. So you see, like from right here, it could move up. So it's good that we're below that. Come on, London. Where are the sellers? Because the market is being super generous right now. People who got into buys, they're having like an amazing day. It's super generous. So that's why I'm still anticipating a retracement. Alright, so we got the bully SMA. We got candlestick fighting with the bully SMA here. Price action is king at the end of the day, guys. Even if we get like these small reactions, price action is king. Alright, guys, so I'm in my trade.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Come on, let's see that dump finally, Goldie. Would be nice to see this 5-minute candlestick here respect the SMA. But what I'm seeing here is the buyers also just got taken out from this little fake out situation above here. The buyers just got taken out, and we do have room to move down. So that's why I think, you know, it's a pretty good trade for me. Give us a stress-free one, Goldie. Dump it.
Bumbucker!
So far, so good. We got 1 minute, 20 seconds. So far, so good. Giving selling vibes because we're getting a bit of a good push. This would be the first, like, this would be the basically the, I think the second sell since we've been moving up since Asia. This would be the second sell potential. Got like 30 seconds. I'm really looking at that 8 SMA. That's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see that 8 SMA pulling it up. See, it's still holding. It's pretty important where the candlesticks are closing. Just let's close that 8 SMA, Goldie. Come on. SMA took this 5-minute candle. Hopefully we can get like a kiss of death on here to the downside. Because you see the way it just opened up? It opened up below it like this. So that also could be like a kiss of death for it to push down. But the candle needs to move down. Actually, that rejection could play in our favor quite nicely too. It's re-breaking previous candlestick lows. Creating new lower lows on the lower time frames. Dump it. He wants to have a retracement. You can feel the market wants to have a retracement. It would be good to have a retracement. If it wants to continue to move up bullish, it would be good for it to have a retracement. Here to come down a bit. Don't resist, market. Don't resist. It's good for you. Take your medicine, take the sells, and then have your retracement. It's not that big of a deal. We don't have to keep skyrocketing through London as well. We've already moved up. Wow, what? Thought that was gonna be the push. What the heck is this, Goldie? There's a big support on the previous range. I'm not seeing any support. The only thing is, like, if you really want to do analysis, then you could look at this area over here as a sort of section where it had a small reaction from. But I'm not typically seeing any, you know, it's that 8 SMA. Like, we're trying to break below it, but right as the candlesticks are about to close, it keeps pushing it up. In line also with the current momentum. Still can't take that 8 SMA. Would have been nice for this candlestick here to close bearish and then have that on top of it. But it's not over till the fat lady sings. This could still be a right shoulder situation. If we can start to get some candlesticks dump like this, then we would have this as a left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then for price to come down. Or it could be that I just got caught in some whiplash here as well. Since the way it's behaving, it's like breaking the highs above here. We got some wicks, a few wicks up here. Then we're breaking the lows, but we also got a few wicks down over here too. So it might be a little bit of choppy conditions. But I'm anticipating some kind of dump to be coming in soon. Seems like as the candlesticks are opening, they look fine to go bearish. And then as they're closing, the 8 SMA and stuff keeps pushing it up. Let's see that 15. Oh, we tapped a bit into the 15 there too. Stops are just above this hourly, so you know if this hourly starts to re-break its highs, that obviously doesn't make sense. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's on the 30-minute. That retracement is good. I think it'll continue bearish. Head and shoulders 1 minute. On the 1 minute, on the 5 minute, if this candlestick can close bearish, got about 3 minutes. No top wick on the new candle. Oh, okay, now it's formed. You know, just as long as the confirmations, I got some sort of confirmation, price could start rolling over. So as long as there's some kind of confirmation. I don't really mind the noise too much. Obviously, it's a bit annoying to have noise. Nobody likes drawdown. But don't mind it too much. As long as there's confirmation that the market has said that it wants to, you know, potentially head towards a certain direction. I got whipped out, moved my sell too low, I think. Oh, where'd you put it? I would say at least this would be the key structural point that it needs to get through. Like 33, 39 over here. That would be the key structural point. Anything within this area can just be noise. Because, you know, like when you're expecting price to retrace, you're not expecting it to create new higher highs. You're expecting that this is going to be the highest high and that price can continue to move down. Didn't take it. I was still looking for a candle to close off the 15-minute. Nasty candle. So you got 40 seconds. It's usually when the candle is about to close, we're seeing it reflip for some strange reason. I'm thinking it's that 8 SMA. Also on the 15-minute, there was a 8 SMA there. But, you know, you can have reactions off the SMAs. It doesn't mean that price will go in that direction. At the end of the day, price action is king, right? But you tend to get these really strong reactions off of them. Code DM Africa, thank you for the sub, man. I appreciate it. I am zooming on your face reaction. Can you re-enter the sell now? Man, if I saw this position that it was a sell that was activated, I would re-enter here, but I would manage my risk. So if it was a losing trade, then I would lose very little. But obviously, you gotta get like a better entry. If you're meant to take it. So we finally made like some resistance here. So I'm hoping that's going to be the right shoulder and price is just going to dump from this point. Still 1 minute. Tiny little accumulation break that's happening though on the 1 minute. Bro, I've had my eyes over Goldie all day, all since 9 a.m. here, and it has been trapping sellers all day in this same exact way. Well, I don't know about this same exact way, because like this same exact way was actually a sell that played out down over here since the pre-London session. I don't know about these other, like the Asia, the complete Asia. No, not the same exact way. Since the complete Asia here, those moves that I'm looking for are actually played out. There's one that played out here as well. From here. But what I think you mean is some kind of breaking of structure to pull up. A general break of structure to the lows to pull up. Overall, it's been doing that. Yes. Overall, it's been moving down, creating new higher lows, lower highs, higher lows. Yeah, I think the overall direction in the 8 SMA there might screw me over. Because major whiplash over here. You can kind of see the flow a bit more in the 1 minute time frame. The way it like kind of flowed above here and then it flowed below here and then it's flowing back above there. So it's doing like some sort of Judas swings, as we call them. No. I think that small little consolidation breakout just did like a 1-to-1. Seeing a bit of profit taking from it. Got a new 5-minute open. Could be doing another Judas swing here on the 5. Because it just created a new higher high over here. Could be a similar situation as what happened previously here. Candlestick created a new higher high and then completely dumped. Create new high, completely dumped. That's what I'll be expecting, especially if there's a shock in here. That's gonna try and take these buyers out as well. Don't get away. What did it do? Oh, it tapped into the accumulation. There's a small little accumulation right here. That one just did about like a 1-to-1. It just re-entered that accumulation zone. So not yet a fake out vibe, and unless it takes out these lows down here on that buy entry inside there. This could just be a psychology to take people out of break even, or potential re-entries from this area. I've noticed like whenever we've been taking these losses, have always been this kind of like sweaty ones, which just don't seem right. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right somehow. Could be a scenario where it like pushes up again and then comes down heavy, like a I think it was the last sell, one of the last sells that we took, where it just pushed up and then came down heavy on the next one. Oh, that 5-minute is flipping. You don't like sweaty ones? It's always the worst, like when it's right by the stop loss area. Did a small liquidity grab there on the 1 minute again. Wow, this thing's really forcing issues. It's also got that 8 SMA holding the 1 minute candlestick up. It is really forcing its issues. I swear to God, chat, it's like the same thing from that last time where we had like price really wanted to push up for some reason. I think it was like a psychological mark and then it came down heavy. It's like that type of trade. It's like forcing issues to move up here. I mean, of course, you know, we're bullish. Yeah, I mean, you can say we're bullish for sure. All right. Yeah, and that's it. That's it for me. I'm closing that trade. Screw it. It's not worth it. Man, so close to TP as well. Literally like 5 pips away. 5 pips away so it can swing up 73 pips. Anyway, it is what it is. On to the next one. But where is the heading to is my question. Where are we going, Goldie? What are we looking at? 33.50? So does it make sense? Got like some resistances over here on the left hand side too. It's not that much. That range has already been filled up like more than 90%. Yeah, I just know it's some fishy shit. Anyway, let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens over here. It's really forcing issues. There's really not that much left for price to move up there. We don't even have a bearish 1 hour yet. I don't need a bearish 1 hour. Because the thing is, if you're trading the 1 hour, you're going to miss the moves. 1 hour candles move pretty fast. Lately, I've seen obvious manipulation of multiple pairs triggering entries and immediately hunting as sells. We might just need to push through these unstable periods. For me, it's just interesting to see the progression here, like how it swinged. It first took out the buyers, because look, the overall direction was bullish, right? It still wanted to move. It looks like it still wanted to move up. But it first took out the buyers here, and then took out the sellers, and then it started to have a window of maybe some kind of clearer opportunity of sorts of these lower time frame consolidations, which seem to be playing out nicely. Got one down over here. We got another small one over here. That one got faked out. Stops are pretty big on this one though. See, it's up 1.17% so far here on the daily. I also got that 4 hour resistance here. This thing would have been a nice tumble. 4 hour resistance. Pretty parabolic. 1, 2, 3, 4. No confirmations, at least on the 5 minutes, to continue moving up. Boom. Broke below. Yeah, it was pretty valid to move down. The overall 4 hour trend is pushing the chart like full milk truck on Autobahn. Yeah, it is. It's a momentum, bullish momentum. My question is, like, where is it heading to though? That's the question. We just have like so many resistance over here. Would be nice. It would be nice for it to consolidate for a while before it moves up again. It's at like 400 pips. 400 pips so far on the daily. Daily theoretically still has a few more pips in it for sure. It's currently up 1.16. Gold heading to last week highs. Last week highs. Yeah, nice range here on the left. This would be like for the rest of the week. I would be expecting maybe the weekly to come up, because it's just also on the higher time frame. It's just consolidating like overall within this general range. So yeah, looking at the left hand side, you could say that pretty nice range. Monthly has a really tiny bottom wick. We're almost doing what this previous monthly candlestick over here did. Moved up without the bottom wick and then formed it in the last 5 days or something. Got barely a bottom wick on this one. Doing a bit of a wick fill situation there on the monthly. Let's see, 33.47. If I lose this buy, I'll be at BE for the day. So everyone give me your energy. Let's see. Yeah, you're still on the right side. What account side do I have? Not important. It's not gonna help your trading. Let's go, Judas swing. Looks like the fib retracement is spot on since Asian. Small little Fibonacci retracements, right? Let's see here. Got the style on the 50, the 618. Yeah, I got like a little bit of a golden zone situation over here. This is since pre-London time. That one didn't really get into it. But I think this one did though. No, that was right inside of it. Yes, these are the market conditions that you'd be want to look out for if definitely you're using like a Fibonacci, because it is still moving in a certain direction. It's more directional. Let's see, it looks like GJ just completely melted off here. Started to break below that. It's a larger time frame consolidation here. And then it started to move down. It's distributing down now. See how big of a push this was. About like 37 pips. Finally at the PC. Let's have you back. I mean, this is definitely like, this is what I'm expecting the tail end of this move, of this gold move to the upside. Like, it has to come to an end eventually. Like, market is not this generous. It can't leave people in buys for this long. Because it hasn't really taken out a lot of buyers. It's only taken out the buyers from this end here. From this area here, and then started to move up. We still got a bunch more buyers sitting within these other areas. Even had that small little accumulation play down over here. This is definitely the tail end. Looks like you're squeezing whatever was left of this. Like, there's a range here on the left hand side. Got like a bit of resistance over there. Kind of like squeezing whatever was left of it, which is not much. Got a new hourly, I think. Yeah, we got a new hourly open here. If we're gonna hit that resistance, it's only about 12 pips. This move's been happening since yesterday's New York session. If you look at the overall structure, if you have the kill zones on, since yesterday's NY, it's just been moving bullish. I think this was the zone, like from here to around these highs. This has to come down for sure. Seems like where it's going. I had a feeling it's going to be like that other time, you know, where it was consolidating for a while. And it did the same thing. It did the same thing. It took out the buyers. Then it came, it triggered the sellers. And then it slowly trickled its way up. It was slowly trickling its way up. Had to push up. And then all of a sudden it just dumped. That's why I'm reading of price. I just got to wait and see what it does here. I got the move at 4 a.m. then got it with you 6 a.m. I was waiting for it for a 30 minute. Ada Samay has still been respected for quite some time though. Are you a full-time trader? Yes. Do you think bulls are eyeing last week's Monday double top? I think gold is overall, like, this is overall what would like to see price to move up. If we're looking at the HTF, overall want to see price move up. And what I think is, like, if we take this consolidation from here towards that resistance, where we've just tapped the lows, correct? We've just tapped the lows, so we should be retargeting the highs. So this is the current market environment that we're trading in. This doesn't mean that you're only going to look for buys though, right? Because it takes 24 hours for these candlesticks to close. And even though it might look like it's just moving up, you might have more of a day that even though more sell opportunities and fewer buy opportunities. But overall, that's what I'm looking for, is like for price to move up here towards like these resistance. It's a range. Like gold spot has been ranging for such a long time now, just moving sideways on the higher time frame. Lower time frames look amazing though. Like if you don't have that perspective, then LTF looks really nice. Look at the way price is just also trending here today. Just seen Trump and Elon are at it again. Rule number 1, anything can happen. Yes. Re-enter second chance, you think? There's no entry confirmation though. I finally broke the 8 SMA. Not much range left over here too. It's only about like 21 pips. No top wicks on this? Yeah, still no top wick. It's a tricky one because it's already mopped up. It's already mopped up the range on this push downwards here. Like this area is looking to correct. It's already mopped it up. At least it come down to take out those Fibonacci entries down here. Or whatever entries, whatever else entries could have been here. More hawkish. Panel discuss policy panel. What's Powell gonna be speaking about? He's been having a lot of talks of late. Been seeing him come on quite a bit. I think it's because we're the second we're at the basically half of the year is already gone. So he's going to be giving more breakdowns on market conditions. Because, you know, as a year is coming to a close, he's getting squeezed to do something, you know? He can't also not do anything. He's going to eventually have to do something. But yeah, so far we got easing here. Pretty much at no change. 78.8%. See what happens after today. See what he has to say. I do wish I had buy confirmations though. It would be always nice to trade with the trend. $15 just looks like it's barcoding here a bit. Got a bit of a kiss of death there on the 15. Still no further entries here on the 5-minute. Oh, please check the Discord personal messages. Multiple messages are coming pretending to be you. Don't focus on the, these Discord messages. There are going to be a lot of fake messages over there. We have an imposters channel. If you want to post the fake messages, you can post it here in the imposters channel. Looking at these buys. This is... Oh, this was yesterday. See, 3-minute XAUUSD sell. Break of structure. Failed breakout above orb. Failed breakout above orb. I mean, I had a failed breakout above orb, I guess. Also over here. Then it just completely got washed. Got cooked on that one. Same as you. The FOMO of not leaving the trade run, I saw from my profit taking target. $2W, this can be a run I closed by mistake because I had TP set on MT5. Underleaf 40% running, this can easily make 60 more pips. Oh, nice. Yeah, you got the same entry here. In the 30, there was a shotgun, so I waited for the bottom wick to be formed. That did break the consolidation, but didn't take it because there was a big chance it was a fake out. And also, the 5-minute SMA 8 below would give bad time. Also for the sell trade. I think during this time, price was up like around 0.50% as well. We're still kind of trending a bit. Nice little kiss of death situation here as well for you. But definitely Goldie is at its tail end for this move. Oh, nice. Waiting for this, taking its time, but it will come. This consolidation was like an hour long. I think it was just waiting for that new hourly open. Consolidation breakout with 3 rejections from trying to break the previous lows. Nice. I'm really not expecting price to be trending right now. I'm rather expecting to be consolidating within this general region here. If not to have some retracements, rather maybe it's just going to consolidate. What do I think is going to happen next? So what are you hoping for? Yeah, exactly. I think it's just going to, it's going to consolidate here. For me personally, I don't see a reason why it should move up. Like, it's done so much since the Asia and it's been moving quite parabolic. I was rather expecting maybe consolidation or some further retracements. Should lose steam eventually. Oh, we got escalating geopolitical tensions between Ukraine and Russia. Prices climb back above the 3,300 mark. Remember we kept talking about 3,300, guys? Market participants now await upcoming Fed Powell speech and the US NFP data, which are likely to provide directional cues for the metal in the near term. Yeah, that's true. A lot of these fundamentals coming out for gold definitely are more near term, because for the long term there's still a lot of uncertainty with Trump and his tariffs, and also the wars that have been going on. There's still a lot of uncertainty. So I think, yeah, that's pretty spot on. Everything here is near term, so that's why I'm looking at just this overall range that daily is kind of like bouncing in between. Why would I think it would consolidate? Because it's been moving for quite some time already. Just to, like, you know, should take a pause. Something like this, what happened over here. Just to get a bit more of a dynamic price action. We had one here, a really small one. This is crazy. You know, this whole range for a whole hour, it was bouncing in between a 12.7 pip range. Imagine that on gold for a full hour, 12.7 pips. Plus, it's also a new market open. So we got the London session that just opened up over here. Yeah, I've been eating healthy in the thumbnail. This is how I'm coming for July. July. We gotta secure the bag here. This is Feds. We got the Feds talking today. You know, the buys actually would have been a nice situation to stick with, but at the end of the day, you know, it's just following my rules over here. We should have seen a probability for price to come downwards. Unless I took the first a signal, which was a buy. But that's a different play. Yeah, I'm waiting now. Almost made my losses today. Just need one more decent trade. So gotta be patient. You know, the tricky thing is if you're still chasing the buys, it's also dangerous now to chase the buys. It's dangerous now to chase the buys. Because why chase buys now here when price had already moved up so much previously? See, GJ is breaking below that daily support region. Look at it go. Kind of a trending market conditions here on Tuesday. Gold is ugly right now. Yeah, I wouldn't also look at trading gold right here. No, there's no real sense of direction. So you can label this the no trade zone. I live in India and trade early Asia markets. As soon as the market opens, I capture a lot of obvious moves. Market moves easily on Asia session on most days. Okay. Yeah, the Asia, especially if you're expecting something to come out on this day, then, you know, like FOMC or something of the sorts, the Asia is really nice. You get really nice entries. See a little distribution in here as well. Break of the highs, move upwards. If it pulls down and makes a range, I would have a buy back up. That would be really tempting. Really tempting. If it comes down and then to have a buy back up. You know what would suck though is to get this type of emotional damage. So let's say if it goes like this and then it comes down, then you're like, what the hell? Finally get the buy set up and then it does liquidity grab to push downwards. That would psychologically kind of make me tilt. It's just a classic thing that happens to quite a few traders. You know, you're gonna have price move in one direction, and you, let's say you've been counter trending it the whole time, and then the moment you want to trade with the trend, it shifts and it starts moving in the opposite direction. It's still respecting the lows even on 1 minute, but it's losing strength. I feel like also that ADA SMA is still giving it quite a hard time every time we pop back above it. Still got like 30 seconds for candlestick here to close. Hey, Leon Bother. Good morning, Vic. Perhaps it's because the NDX is down. Yeah, I'll see. I'll see what happens. See what I can do here. So Luke, it would be basically, you see, it's pulled down. It's not pulled down too heavy, but there's an opportunity here. It's a tighter range, but depending on how the candlestick there closes. Pretty tight stops as well. We're looking about 13.8. Or let's rather say 15.8. 15.8. What if it's an aggro day? What if it's an aggro buying day? Could be onto something. Just the structure is starting to shift a bit more here. If I do get stuck into a buy, I'd love to let it move up towards like break even and just see if I can have it as a runner. See on the 1 minute. 1 minute would form a little accumulation here as well. If it pushes up. If it starts to push up. Could try it. Maybe it's just a bullish day overall. Like 2 minutes 30 seconds here. Because there's still some room. It's not that much. It's about like 9.6 pips. As long as it doesn't start re-breaking its highs. Oh, it's re-breaking its highs now. It's doing it based off of an accumulation. All right, guys. So let's see. Stops here. Accumulation breakout. Yeah, I'm taking this based off an accumulation breakout. Because I do believe if it's just trending conditions, then I want to see price start to really distribute from this area. Let's see. Kind of went in a bit heavy on this since I still have some profits from the day that I'm playing with. Oh, wow. Damn. All right. So it's not my day here today. It's not my day. That's not working either. Ooh. Man, that was a big one. Oh, I need to change this to... What are we on? July? Oh, then it reflips now? Brutal. Holy. Alright, so let me see here. 225. This is... I-225. Man, that's crazy. That is crazy, Goldie. What the hell is this shit? Oh, man, you gotta be joking. You gotta be freaking joking. What is this Judas swings, chat? Like, why has this session decided not to pay people out? It's making sure it's cleaning people out before the moves. It doesn't make sense. It's impossible to catch a move. You can't catch a move like this, Gold. You can't always expect to be getting faked out. Man, this is, you know, like, this is what I'm thinking. It's probably just a heavy trending day. So I wanted to give it a shot. That was a pretty good shot. A little accumulation from that area. But it had to liquidate. It had to liquidate. Fucking hell. This was a push I was looking for. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. Can't control the market. Can only execute on my plan, but I don't know when these fake outs are gonna happen. Nobody knows. I figured it was pretty much done with its fake outs. You know, we gave it some time to set up over here. It already been swinging for quite some time as well. Swing here, swing above here, came down, took out these lows, consolidated. I figure we're pretty much good at this point to keep pushing up. But it looks like it went down for one more liquidity grab. Probably not gonna even think about trading gold today. Could be that the clean moves are already finished. Because the majority of the clean moves were coming in from London Open over here. They were still pretty nice since the London Open, but since we've been looking at getting setups, the moves have started becoming a bit dirty. A lot more Judas swings. I imagine because there's a lot more people in the charts right now as well. Because these other sessions, I kind of look at them more as a fresh. They're more fresh. There's not that much market activity like throughout that Asia pre-London time. And then usually when we pop into London and for the rest of the day, it can get a bit sketchy, especially once you see it start doing something like this. Wait, this one is supposed to be not swing, but consolidation. Oh, no, right here. On the 1 minute. Oh well. This is so unclear. There's no room for it to go up. There has to be a pullback surely. That's what I've been thinking, but you can see it's resisting the pullbacks as well. Look at the way the ADA SMA is behaving over here. So as much as we think like definitely it should have some pullback, that's what I was initially thinking here as well. But the more we're getting candlestick print, the more I'm starting to see like it could be one of these days where it just keeps ripping up in one direction. And yeah, still respecting the 8 SMA over there. I'm about to enter 33.49 earlier, but didn't. 33.49. Yeah, this 5 minute here is doing some serious business because it just took out these highs as well. Look at that, taking out these lows, taking out the highs. It's bringing back the buyers into a bit of drawdown, the ones from above this area. I'm still waiting for my sells. I think it's just coming a bit later. We have this range now. You got support down here and you got resistance. So if you're looking for sells, you have some pretty clear, like pretty close support and resistance points. Got support here, got another support down over here. There's not a lot of room. I don't see a lot of room for sells. At least now. 33.45. Oh, you think it's 33.45? Yeah, I was figuring like if it's gonna move up and we're just moving up towards a psychological mark and it's not about the structure, then 33.50 was a good psychological mark over there. Gold cannot be trusted. Not now. I think it needs to open up. It's because, you know, before this wick over here, it still looked pretty nice. Like, the only thing that I saw as a small little fake out situations was one over here and then one over here. And then it came down like this. But the candlesticks were still having some kind of volume inside of them. You know, but now that I'm seeing we're starting to get this type of behavior here as well, it's starting to look a lot more fishy of what's happening in this general region. You got pretty long wicks like this. These are the worst types of candles when you got a really long wicks. The volume ones are like, you know, for me, I find like, you know, okay, whatever. But these types of candles, man, they just mean there's a shark in the water. A really bad one. People will profit take before news. Yeah, before Powell. Yeah, before Powell speaks. That's true. See, you're gonna see some profit taking. That's actually quite interesting. Like, where is the profit taking over here? It's been more scaling in than profit taking. Better to trust your ex than trust gold. No trade zone. Definitely gonna label this here. Let's call it no trade zone. I did like basically a Judas swing here again. That's the same, basically it's the same thing that you're seeing that happened here. Is same thing that basically happened here. So it's mopping up. It's not paying, you know, that sometimes like the market's gonna pay you and it's gonna pay traders, and sometimes it's gonna mop them up. So I think like area like this, it's really bad to like overtrade in an area like this. I think if you give your trade like a second chance, or you give another trade like a second chance, and you just call it a day there. Just call it a day there if nothing plays out, because then that means it's just going to be moving up and down aggressively like this. Pre-London has the best moves, that is for sure. I got buys and sells, yes. Happens, shake it off, and lucky W TraderVic. Thank you, Illy. Yeah. I didn't think I would see a day that you take another trade after a loss. Yeah, it's always this specific days where I think there's really nice opportunity, because these are driven by macros. This volume towards the upside. So yeah, on days like this, I think it's not a bad idea to try and trade with the trend. These are zones I'm looking for a sell, but price needs to have a big move up to consider taking it. Trickling like this, price can go to the moon. That's forming quite a big consolidation here, true, and it's, you know, if it starts to re-break these highs, let's say pre NY time, then man, this thing could still continue this trend. That's what I was expecting. Like, if it still wants to move up, at least break into some sort of consolidation and then start moving up again. Similar to like what happened over here, but this is quite a smaller one compared to this one up over here. But it's still the same idea. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, think about it this way, guys. In July, I was down -4% on the second week. You know, and then that still turned around quite nicely over here. Ended at about 11.20. So again, it's just the same thing as last month. Just keep relying on your data and just keep executing. Yeah, like, I mean, every now and then I'm going to try like some risky moves every now and then, but kind of like trying to limit them as much as possible. You only play a victim if you keep taking risky moves and they keep failing on you. Then you're going to play a victim. But there's nothing wrong with like trying one every now and then, because they do pay out quite nicely, especially when markets are trending. Yeah, but that was a really bad one here, because basically the psychology of this is, let's see what happened here, is basically to trigger buyers, to take out the buyers, and then to trigger the sellers who think this was just a fake out, to move down, to trigger the sellers to take the sellers out. And then it has like this small move here, which could maybe sometimes induce FOMO from thinking that, oh, you just got faked out, and you get a re-entry, and if you take your re-entry, then it mops you up again. So it's quite a crazy one, quite a crazy scenario that happened here. I can see the wicks are starting to build more. It's starting to become a little bit more obvious, this sort of environment that Goldie is currently in, when you start seeing a bunch more of these wicks. But you only see that in hindsight, really, most of the time, unless you come into the charts late. Yeah, that's called a double purge. I just became 101 like. Let's go. Thank you, Ariel. Mora. You'd like to jump in on a dump if it happens? Definitely need a bit more clarity here of where that's going to be. Because right now, this range below here is not looking too good, because you have like a rejection wick right over here below support. And there's no levels here either. So yeah, it's quite tricky. Unless maybe price moves up first. Moves up first and then does something and then comes down. Or if we have like a scenario, maybe like, you know, price comes down and then it starts to consolidate, then break below it. Something like what GJ did. Yeah, something like what GJ did over here. Then it starts to distribute downwards. But what do you think gold will do? Go up or down today? If you think about it in this perspective, Powell is due to speak. He's due to speak later on today. So if people have been buying gold, he's most likely not going to be saying pleasant things about the US economy. Right? People have been buying gold. So what I'm thinking is price is going to have at least, you know, if we're not moving up here and we're just consolidating, it's kind of hard to say. I would say the best thing sometimes to do is just to wait. You know, just wait and see what the price action tells you. Because right now it's kind of like a guess. You know, it's 50-50. We could continue to move up. But when do we continue to move up is going to be the next question. Do we move up now or do we move up close to the New York time? You know, so I would say the best thing to do is just sit on your hands and wait and see what price does in this zone. If this hourly finishes bearish, doji could get a retracement. Yeah, true. We got about 5 minutes. 5 minutes for hourly candlesticks here to close. Could be waiting for the next hourly to have a move. Because, you know, the thing is, since we're trading the lower time frames, for us, it seems more active. But the higher time frame, sometimes, obviously, like you have these doji, these hourly dojis. And that means that price on the lower time frames also were just consolidating there. Also, here you got hourly doji. There's hourly doji here on this red one. Getting another one here. See what I got tomorrow. ADP. NFP Thursday, because Friday is bank holiday. I'm probably going to be still streaming on Friday because that's US dollar bank holiday. Shouldn't be affecting London session. See the currency strength meter, our Chinese indicator here is saying weak US dollar. Weak US dollar, super weak. So gold should move up. Gold should move bullish. Yen is very strong. GJ is moving down. Makes sense. But we're still feeling this bullish exuberance here. Still definitely feeling bullish exuberance on gold. No sell feelings yet. At least since this opportunity here, there has been no sense of sells yet. $500 in it. You have $500 inside. Good luck. Good luck. I don't see any structure. Buying into resistance. Even the 1 minute time frame doesn't have any sort of structure here. I'll try catch it up. Just need violent movement. You mean to the downside and then buys up. Read my chat, bro. Yes, we read it. Bro, 56% retail sellers are in market. I don't think gold will go down with retailers. How do you know exactly how much retailers are in the market? You're using a broker or something. Those broker tools. Yeah, I don't think so. Just trade your edge, trade your strategy. Don't focus on those things that tell you, oh, you know, like you got 56% buyers in here or that sort of thing. Yes, broker tools. And you don't focus. Those things are not really accurate, you know. Not really accurate. I mean, you have to understand the type of moves that you're catching. Right, because I've taken quite a lot of nice counter trend moves where price was moving up. Maybe it said more buys, but when I got my sell signal, that was like the main move, you know. So price action is always going to be kind of like ahead of any sort of like indicator. You can use that as confluence, but price action is going to be ahead of any sort of indicator. Yeah, you know, the issue with that is it holds you from taking really good trades. So if you're going to use it long enough, like given a right amount of time, what you're going to see is going to happen is you're going to have these really nice counter trend moves, but the broker is saying this percentage of people are in buys. So you're going to keep missing these moves and you're going to see them happen over and over again. And you're going to keep missing it. You're going to keep missing it, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time, but that's something you're going to start noticing. And then the ones that you do take, you know, even though it's saying that, it can still be like a losing trade. Correct. So that's why we always say like your best trades don't always win and your worst trades don't always lose. So the less complications that you give yourself as a trader, I think, you know, the better. Gives you some mental clarity. Mental clarity, less victimization, less, oh, you know, I should have been in that trade, or I should have done this, I should have done that. Less analysis. Or just minimal, you know, minimal analysis. Good analysis, just minimal. Low volume here on GJ. What are we gonna do, gold? Thank you guys for the likes. Appreciate the likes on stream. We hit 100. Nice. Now I want a big push, then sell, go down to 3345.20. Kind of want to trade. I kind of want to trade today. But it's just the market condition is just, it's not giving me another trade feeling. I do want to trade because I've seen the opportunity, I've seen the volume, but now it's just died out. Sell would be nice. It's getting weaker to go up. Just don't trust it anymore. I just feel like even if you get a sell set up, it's probably going to do that whiplash. It's going to do this whiplash thing here that it's been doing. Break highs, come down. Break lows, go up. Break highs, come down. Break lows, go up. Break lows, go up. Break highs. The smaller high over here pushed up a bit, then came down. Still don't trust it. I would need it to move from this region. June is ending. What's your win rates on June? Oh, it's over here, 11.20%. 11.20% on June. Win rate wise, I don't know. I just focus more on the percentage gains. It doesn't really matter my win. It doesn't really matter your win rate. You know, at the end of the month, you're not withdrawing, or you're not counting win rate. You're counting percentage gains on the account, correct? You can have a high win rate. Let's say, you know, you're going to take like 30 trades in a row and they're all winning trades. But if you take one losing trade, maybe you give back 50%. You know, so it's not going to make sense. Fourier has been tested on low volume. Same setup that gave that result on the break on the 5-minute range. I expected to drop. Yeah, thanks for sharing the imposters here. These fake accounts on Discord. This is crazy. Once you sign up to the broker, before end of July, you should be making... Currently, I have to withdraw, blah, blah, blah. Hey, hello. I was having a random check on every of my subscriber to know how they're handling market sector individually. You're welcome to my Discord. I'd like to know your name and where you're reaching out from. You know, it's a good thing that there's so many of them, right? It's a good thing there's so many of them, because it doesn't work. Whatever they try and do, it doesn't work when there's so many of them, because everybody's sending a message. Everybody's saying, hello, hi, I'm Vic Mensa. Hello, hi, I'm Vic Mensa. And then you keep getting so many of them. Hello, hi, TetraFX here. How are you doing? It's like, how many times is one person going to say hi to you? Those guys waste their time. Like, you could honestly make more money working a real 9-to-5 job than doing that. Like, think about it. You can make more money writing people essays than doing that, because it's not going to work. You go on Upwork, you know, you can go on Upwork. If you're listening to the stream, just go on Upwork. You're going to find some gigs over there. You can work from home, write some essays. You're going to make a lot more money than that. Hey, Marcel, thank you for the membership, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's a competition. Exactly.
has become a member.
It's a race to nowhere. It's mad when they try to call you. Yeah, just be careful, because I think with AI you can actually imitate voices as well. That's probably why they're trying to call. AI nowadays is insane. Sometimes I can't tell the difference on social media. What's a real video? What's AI? I'm looking to see what's going to happen with this move over here as it's accumulating orders. Whether it's going to be like a Judas swing. But this setup is not the cleanest though. There's something there. There's definitely something here. Especially the way it keeps rejecting like this general zone. Got some wicks. If a candle breaks below it. Sell that sheet. Do you know Callisto Group? What's your opinion on their trading strat? I'm not sure what he does. It's fair value gaps, right, Ricardo? I think it's mainly fair value FVGs. I don't know. It's ICT, right? Like a lot of people trade ICT. So I suppose that's what they do, right? Yeah, FVG, OB, and market structure. I mean, I've never seen him catch anything like the times that I saw the streams. I never saw him catch anything live. It's always something about some group that you have to join and some deposit that you have to make, and I don't know, from that point, not wasting my time with that. You know, why do you have to go through so much just to see the trades been taken? Doesn't make any sense. I come on stream here, I do these things live with you guys, you know? And I still send like all my trades as well. I show you guys my signals and everything like that. The entries, the results, whatever, the MetaTrader, all of this stuff. Like y'all can see literally like every single trade I take, you can see it. You can see it here on the Discord. I never really take any trades that I didn't send a signal for. Even when I do see trades that I could take, sometimes I can't send the signal. I just don't take it, you know, and I just watch it play out. Because if I come on stream with a trade that I took, maybe I couldn't send the signal, then, you know, I don't know. It's nice to be a bit more transparent. Because anybody can just come, you know, anyone can just take a trade and then make it seem like they had a winning trade before stream, correct? But all my trades have been taken and accounted for with evidence. It's complicated. I tried his strat, man. Wow, complicated AF. When you lose big, especially on the time I had access and he scaled into losing trade, and it was like 3 times a win. So it's also a bit of scaling in. Yeah, Martingale. Martingale in hindsight actually looks really nice. It looks really nice, but what I've realized, like, if you're wrong about the move, you're wrong about the move. It still starts to move up against you. You know, in situation, let's say your stop loss is here. If it really breaks, you're wrong about the move. Most of the time, it will go against you, and it will go quite a lot. So if you're martingaling, you'd have to wait for like much bigger pushes, and hopefully catch like a little bit more up above. So I don't know. It's kind of difficult. It's kind of risky if you're doing it quickly. If you're martingaling quickly, ooh, that can get real risky. Real risky. So it's finding a very good balance to be able to catch like much bigger drops. Sometimes it's a little messed up because, you know, you can miss it. You can miss it. Let's say if you're looking for price to come here for whatever reason, but then like you can miss the drop. And then it plays on your psychology, because if you miss a drop here, and then you think whether you should really get back in there, if this was the one that was supposed to save you from drawdown here. You know what I mean? Like, these are variables which are going to come, and then you have to start thinking like chess, like a few steps ahead of those situations. From when they do happen, you're going to be ready. But never on the same. Like for me, I know I'm okay. Like right now I'm down like 1.8%. It's whatever. The worst thing would be to start digging the hole deeper. You know, like you start digging and digging, and then you're going to look back at the day and say, oh shit, you know, that whole area was complete garbage. I just needed to avoid it. Let's see what's happening here. They encourage their viewers to open an account on their broker for $700. I still think that's why it's deleting the streams. Looks like streams are still being deleted here. Very sketchy. Because you know, like this is not how you handle YouTube. If YouTube thinks that maybe something was wrong with your videos, you shouldn't delete the streams. You should just fix whatever that problem is. You know, if for whatever reason it's thinking that there's something wrong with these videos, you should just fix what that problem is. I don't know. I'm very interested to see how this works though. Like total pips 343, partial TP, partial TP, partial TP, partial TP. I've never seen, like, I get the results, I get when you write it down, but how does that actually look? See, there's no posts over here. I can't see the MetaTrader. I can't see the positions. Maybe you can see them on the Telegram though. That's all crazy, man. People like the streams though. You can see he has quite a lot of likes here. Quite a lot of views as well. It's hype. I think it's a lot of hype, but hey, man, if he's making like 343 pips over here, you know, congratulations. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Good for him. Good for him. I can only focus on what I'm doing. You know, I don't know about anybody else because, you know, I've been trying to replicate people for a very long time. And once I started focusing on myself, I started seeing good results. So I can't focus on anybody else. Let's see if this one actually distributes over here. Starts breaking above 33. Yeah, it's breaking above these highs. It seems like it's calmed down a little bit more. Pretty decent stop over here, about 13.8 pips. So like it's calming down a bit more. Damn, it's so tempting just to try and catch one of these bomber clots. One of these buys. So tempting. I just want to overtrade today. Because I know like there's this type of volume. We've come in quite late though. You know, this is like a pre-London session. I feel like a lot more confident in them. We've come in quite late. But I still feel like it still has a sort of like a buying energy about it. Issue is with the follow-throughs. Apparently catches 400 pips a day. That's wild. Gold only moves about 500, maybe 6. But, you know, it depends on how people also calculate that, I guess. Someone maybe catches like a move like this. Let's say this is 10 pips. And then if they double scale like this, then they'll just say that's 20 pips. And they say that's 30 pips. So the more positions you have open, that's 40 pips. So it's still a lot of questions how that's all been calculated. But y'all know me. I'm the one to be more open about certain things. I remember like when remember the Donvu days? I used to tell people, man, that's risky. What you're doing is risky, man. No one listened to me. No one listened to me. You know the response I always got was something like he made $1 million. He made $1 million on stream. That was always the response that I got back. But he made $1 million. But he made $1 million. I'll tell people you're delusional. You're freaking delusional. And you know, eventually it happened. Eventually what I spoke about came to reality. You know, during that time I was literally the only streamer. Like everybody was like trying to be safe and trying to be politically correct. And they were like, oh, you know, trying to like protect and everything. But I was like, nah, man, this is risky here. This is so funny. This martingaling thing. But with Callisto, man, I don't even want to focus on that. You know, I feel like it should just speak to itself when somebody is trading with a mask. You know, what do you have to hide? It's not that serious. It's not that serious. If you're an amazing trader, government gives a shit about you. It's not like the FBI is looking for you, that you have to wear a mask now to protect yourself. You know, it doesn't make sense. If you're that good of a trader, you wouldn't be on YouTube. You wouldn't have a mask. You know, because if they really wanted to get you, they would get you. That would get you just by being on YouTube. That would get you. So, yeah, I think it's just sketchy. Do you trade or invest to Bitcoin? No, I don't trade or invest Bitcoin. Although we do analysis on Bitcoin. I don't trade it. Oh, plot twist, Callisto is Donvo in a mask? That would be wild. They're both Asian though, but Donvu is from why is he like Vietnamese? And Callisto, I think he's from Singapore. He sounds like it. I think the one streamer, you know, the one streamer I kind of miss, I forgot his name. Oh yeah, Lorenzo. Lorenzo, yeah, that was fun. Lorenzo's streams were nice. Very smart money concept type ideas, but yeah, pretty nice perspective. Although I wouldn't trade it, I still think it's nice to watch. The rest of the streamers are too like ICT, you know? There's no uniqueness. They're just basically copy pasting what ICT does. Copy paste, copy paste. The world doesn't need more copies. It needs more originals. Where's Lorenzo? He said he was opening a boxing gym. It is quite strange. Hit like 100k subs and then just completely dropped off. I liked him because he reminds me a bit of my one of my first initial mentors. Just a little bit like King Sean Lee type vibes. If y'all know who that is, pretty old guy, pretty OG trader. Sean Lee. Trade shop's pretty good and transparent also. Yes. Let's see what's going on here. This thing actually still playing out. It came back to retest the buyers over here. Retested them once before the move. Wow, this is very difficult. This is very difficult here. Even though the drawdown wasn't that much. Quite minimal drawdown here on this wick. It didn't even fully go through that level. I feel like I ran out of ammo here, pretty much. If I take another shot, that's going to be quite an aggressive play. I've never taken 4 trades. I can't remember the last time I took 4 trades in a single day. Man, I wish it was yesterday. Oh, there's a buy here as well. Boom, boom, break of the highs. Vic, chill. Tomorrow's another day. I know it's so tempting though. This is literally like it's just a crappy area. You have to dodge a lot of wicks, but definitely chilling. Definitely chilling. This is giving me those macro vibes. But I wish it was flowing a bit better, you know, somewhat like here. Look at the way it was like flowing from these regions. Every time it would execute, come back, consolidation play, execute. Got a little small one over here. Like once it broke the highs, it just flows. But since then, we've been tapping into this fake out region. It would be higher that one because green candle to the left. How about Nick Stewart? Oh, Nick Stewart. Yeah, I think he's a G as well. He's like one of the ones from the 2020 days. The 2020 days. He seems like he's been trading and has been part of like similar communities that I was part of when I started trading, but I never knew him. I just kind of see it in his behavior now, and also the things he says and the people he follows. So he's definitely cut from that same kind of cloth. So I think he's a pretty good guy. So I think I've had him once on the stream before, not as a guest, but he just popped in once. This distribution right here, man, this is something that I was really looking forward to. Something of the sorts, but definitely too aggressive. The mask is dodgy. Yeah, I agree with you, Jay. Nick Stewart and Roger Banks have similar strategy. Yes. I've been NQ trader most of the time, but not that I'm checking out gold. I love watching Vic teach. Hope to be with you guys for long time. Yo, always welcome, BC Drums. This is definitely one of the best London session communities. Oh, look at this. Now it's at distribution. So hard to cash this little 10%. It's a little 10% over here. So you'd have to avoid like literally all the whips, basically. You'd have to avoid 90% of the whips to cash this 10% of the move. Difficult. Very difficult. Because, you know, in other areas, there's not much to avoid. You know, you don't have much to avoid over here. You're just kind of like executing on the directional bias. There's not really much to avoid. Whereas here, you have to avoid quite a lot to catch this distribution. It's probably why it's distributing now, because it's already done most of the character development here. It's done with character development. Why are you running?
Why are you running? Why are you running?
I think we'll go now. I will for in. Oh, you're thinking 3345.20. This is going to make me cry so close. Surely it should come up at least towards that 3345 mark. Oh, wow. Look at this, man. Didn't even close. I wish the broker could just close it there. Because that would require a sniper exit. Like if you press X, manually close. Real sniper exit. Sheesh. So close. That's not even a pip. Back to entry. Oh man. Yeah, this would be the second breakout. There's been multiple breakouts happening over here. You have like above here, you got a small one here, you got another medium-sized one over here. So it's like that's the first entry, second entry, third entry right there. The broker wouldn't want to give you money like that. Yeah, this to close, you need to pop up a bit more. So you get a little bit more in there. Then it's gonna close. RSI showing overbought. FXology, the guy who flipped 100 to 1 mil, he's doing 1k to 100k now. Account is at 9k right now. He's doing a YouTube series. It's ACC, pretty good. What do you think? What I think? Let me go on his YouTube. Let me go on his YouTube because I was trying to watch some of his lives. People told me that he flipped the $100 to 1 million live. But chat, this is not enough live streams here to do such a thing. I don't know if these trades were taken live. You know, that's a problem with some people's mentality. People are really stupid. They'll see one live like this and say he did it live. Like, they'll just see one video like that and say, oh, but he did it live. I was like, okay, let me see what's actually going on here. Like, literally, this whole stream had 0 trades taken. 0 trades taken in that stream. And just by the looks of it... Let's see. 0 trades taken in this stream. This looks like it's breaking down a trade that maybe he called in on a separate stream, but you know, this is very difficult to follow. This is very difficult to follow. And it's only on TradingView. I mean, I get it for new traders, but you should be ashamed of yourself if you've been trading for more than a year and you're still thinking like this is good. You should honestly, shame on you. Shame on you for wasting so much time. Like, for a new trader, I think, like, you know, it's fine for a new trader. They're gonna see this and they're gonna think like it's pretty cool. But like, there's a level of maturity that you should be getting. Like, you know, especially if you've been trading for a long time, you should be getting some level of maturity. Because like, even the way I'm looking at the charts here, they look like very vanilla, you know? Like, not to hate or anything, but like, I'm just comparing from, like, you know, the journey of the evolution of how I usually see people's charts like look like and how it evolves over time. This for me just looks like very vanilla. Like, even, I don't know how to explain it, Chad. I don't know how to explain it. Like, but I guess, oh wow, look at this. $296,000 as a first stream. I mean, like if he's done 100 to 1 billion, heck man, might as well just do a billion. Why stop at a billion? Let's go trillion. Let's go trillion. Why waste your time on YouTube, Alex G? 100 to 1 million? Let's do a billion. I agree, Vic. Don't learn to copy trade. Learn to do it on your own. Yeah, I feel like you know the good thing about signals though is if you're learning from the signals and you're looking back at it and seeing like, okay, you know, how could you have gotten into the same trade? I think then it like really helps. It really helps at least so you're kind of like gauging your way into actually executing those moves. That's when it really comes in handy, I would say. But if it's just like blind execution, not even knowing why it's been taken, then, you know, that becomes a problem. But there's always like some form of value you can get from it for sure. When is Powell speaking? He should be speaking, I think, a couple of hours into the New York session. Like 2 hours, 30 minutes into the New York session. That's when he should be speaking. Are you going to be on stream until Powell speaks? No, because you know when Powell is speaking, the market is super volatile. So I don't like to be on stream when he's speaking. Mamba FX is a fraud. You know, the thing I like about Mamba FX is like he doesn't hide it. He doesn't hide. He's literally just doing his thing. You know, some of these other guys, they really try and sell you that what they're doing is what they're actually doing. I don't think with Mamba it's the case. Like, I actually really enjoy his content. He makes like interesting content. He has like really nice thumbnails and all that stuff. Like he owns it. You know what I mean? It's different. But like if you're gonna sit there and just lie to people like this and then do a couple of live streams and then say you did it live, that's kind of like a different situation, right? That's like you're trying to it's good marketing. I mean, look at us. We're talking about him, aren't we? It's really good marketing. That's all that it is. But it's like it's an aggressive kind of like, I'm trying to be this one guy who did it, you know, I'm trying to stand out from everybody else type of marketing. But anyway, you know, like the thing about trading is if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. You know, if it's not meant for you, then you're just gonna be here for a while. You're gonna know all these people, but you're probably gonna move on. Like in a year's time or, you know, 2 years time, you're gonna end up doing something else. That's the thing. But for me, I knew like this has to work for me. Like if this is not working for me, then I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. There's no plan B for me. So if there's no plan B for me, then I can't afford to just have entertainment, you know. Like if you look at my content, it's not very like, it's not very markety based. It's more of just like, it's more of just value, you know. It's more of just value. Even the thumbnails, sometimes, you know, I gotta try and make a good thumbnail so YouTube can recommend it more. But most of the time, I'll just turn the camera on, make the video, and then just try and get it out. So this is something I want to work on, guys. I want to work on more videos for y'all for YouTube as well, but maybe not put that much effort into it, but at least have a lot more content coming out, a lot more value coming out. Because I'm not marketing, you know, marketing takes a long time. You gotta like prepare things, you gotta do all these things. But I think this way we can do like something similar. Like, you know, let's go on ICT's channel here for a second. My YouTube, come on, load. Yeah, just like charts. Just charts. Just pure value. I don't know if you guys like long videos. I can do long videos as well. You know, I can do as long. Let me see how long this guy's videos are. Like 45 minutes, 25 minutes, 14 minutes. Do you guys like long or short videos? Write in the chat. Do you like long or short videos? See, like his videos here are relatively short. They're like 20 minutes. 20 minutes on average. He barely does live streams. See, like 8 months ago, ICT did his last live stream 8 months ago. You like long or short videos? Like 20 minutes? 20 minutes, is that too long? Because, you know, we have a chance. We have a chance to rebuild the community over here. Since I had to take down all my videos. So we got a chance to rebuild the community here. Simulations, maybe I'll just do these like once a month, you know? That's more like for the exclusive group. This is, I actually talk a little bit more in detail in the exclusive group on the simulations. On YouTube, not so much. I just try and get through the setups. But this is more for more detail-oriented stuff for the exclusive. Gonna do like maybe once a month or something like that. Let me see what you guys are saying. His mentorships are long, like 1 hour plus. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe I'll do like 20 minutes. 20-minute videos. Something like that. 10, 20. Dun, 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 dun. Jeez, how far back does this go? Let's see. Oldest 7 years ago. Whoa, 7 years ago. It's like some PowerPoint presentations here. This is too boring for the Mamba FX crew. These are true volume value seekers. For me, it's okay. 20 to 30 minutes normally I see. All at 1.5x and slow down on important stuff. Oh, that's a nice strategy. That's actually quite smart. Would you also please include how your pre-market setup looks like? I'll be grateful to see how you prep. Oh yeah, for sure. Yes, I'd rather watch Mamba FX than ICT. Like, who ACC cares? Yeah, but I know you'd rather watch actually Mamba FX because you said but Alex G has a Bugatti, a private jet, slapped his logo, set and forget. Besides that, he has 50 cars and a big ass mansion. You're the target audience. You're the guys that the sugarcane traders are looking for. That's why they do the type of marketing that they do. It's like a candy store. Like you open it, it's like a candy store. You know, you see all your dreams over there. And you know, at the end of the day, I mean, just find the value where you can find it, right? If you're finding value in that as well, then by all means go with it. To be honest with you, my first course that I ever bought was also coming from like a similar mentality like that. Like one of the first few courses that I bought was because he had a nicer setup. I liked his office. I liked his car. But on the other hand, there's this other guy I used to watch religiously. Like, man, I used to respect this guy, his stories, his education, his value. But I never, if I had to choose between getting his course and the other guy's course, man, I went for the other guy's course because the other guy has a Lamborghini. I was like, man, this guy has it all. Like, he's living the life that I want to live, right? But at the same time, I knew deep down inside, this other guy was the guy I should have been listening to. But the other guy was a bit more boring, you know? But he shared a lot more value, you know? And I learned that lesson the hard way because I still got value from the other course. Always get value from something that you do, 100%. But even that guy doesn't even do it anymore because that sort of thing doesn't really mature very nicely when you're not doing things with true intentions, like a good intention, you know. So all I say is, like, when you're seeking for value, just find from people who are doing with like a good intention, and that just comes from your own ability to analyze people to see if they have good intentions or not. But also at the end of the day, nothing beats experience, you know. Sometimes you just gotta fail, you gotta learn from those mistakes, and then that also builds your character and you get better at it. Because the same thing of the market, like sometimes you gotta be good with like reading the intentions of the market. You know, if you find like it's too risky, maybe you should stay away, and in the long run it's gonna help you a lot more. Like, sure, you might have like some volatile days, you can't be perfect even in real life. If you're trying to be super protective of yourself, you can't always protect yourself from bad business ideas or, you know, poor decisions. You can't 100%. But the thing is, like, you can do better decisions in a long-term period. You can make more better decisions than not. The only person that I can watch that's in quotations boring and entertaining is you, bro. Hey, thank you. What happened to all other VODs on the channel? I had to remove them. You know, I had to remove them because I don't know, it's like YouTube was going through some period over there that a lot of us streamers actually had to remove a bunch of our content. So yeah, I removed it. I think it should be sorted now though. Should be good. If I start an NQ stream, are you gonna watch my stream, Vic? Yes. I'm going to give you a shout out. I don't know about watching because I can't have time to watch, but I'm gonna give you a shout out. Man, it's quite the distribution here. Mad FOMO because I feel it. You see, that's what we're talking about here. This is like, since this sell didn't play out, something was looking a bit fishy here. It's probably just a directional bias type of day. So I gave a trade here a second chance, but it looks like that was too early. This was too early. If I waited just one more setup, I would have caught it. Just one more. Is there somewhere I can find them? Only in the exclusive we have a catalog of videos, which were obviously not deleted. But you can find them here on YouTube. What time is it now? It's about 5:47. So about to open for, see, pre-NY here. Yeah, we're about to get into pre-NY. I did some math. Your account balance is 50,000. A little pocket watching. Like me, I got store because not. Yeah, you know, it's like when you get into a business, so when you're gonna take like a big risk on an investment, you really have to do that due diligence, because you know, for a lot of people, real estate seems always like the safer option. Correct. I also think it's a pretty good option to get into, but you can see like with the recent thing that happened with Floyd Mayweather and how he lost like 420 million on real estate. You know, it's crazy to think like, also if you think about it this way, sometimes you can buy a plot of land, correct? And obviously it's going to appreciate on value on paper. It's going to appreciate on value like in the next, let's say in the next few years, you can double your money. You know, but now the issue comes like, let's say now if you want to sell it, if you want to sell that land to somebody else. So you're going to start with the doubled price, the one that's on paper. No one's going to be buying it. Then you're going to keep bringing the price lower, lower, and lower. Correct? So you might think it's good investment. Correct? Let's say you invest like 30 grand. That's like, wait, no. All right. Something like, let's say, how much would we say, chat? Or just for illustrative purposes, let's just keep it simple and just say you invest in land. But the same investment that you've made here, if you invested in something like, let's say the stock market or something else, then that would actually appreciate a lot faster. So instead of like ×2, it could even be somewhere around like, you know, ×8. ×8 in the same direction. Let's say a time span of like 10 years. Correct? So then you can really see the difference. You really see the difference between these things, which might seem but safer, and the other things, maybe if you have like a bit more knowledge on, you're going to find it being a better investment in the long term than something like this. Because you'd still like want to sell this. And maybe on paper, it doesn't sell for that much. But if you get into investing, it's always like, it's always a good return on the money. If you think about it, a lot of successful people always have investments, right? It's just about how you're gonna spread that risk, how you're gonna get the good investments. And I think if you're already learning how to trade, you're already at an advantage than the regular person, because the regular person does not know jack shit about trading or the investment world. But at least you can read structure. You can read price action. For me, that's what I always say. And you can see what the investment you're trying to get into, like where it's currently sitting at, and if structurally speaking, it makes sense. Like we got here the US 30, for example. US 30, you know, we had Trump come in. He dumped the markets over here, but you see that creates really amazing opportunities. I mean, think about the people who got into this index over here. See, they have like the Trump dump, and then they're like, oh, you know what? I know how to read structure. This is a good opportunity here. You know, we've corrected the range on the left hand side. See, down towards support. Amazing. Let me take a buy here. Take a buy over here. I don't think that's a bad price to be taking a buy. But if you don't have this perspective, imagine like a novice trader will probably be looking at prices like anywhere here, just following the news, getting really bad prices. But you can be patient. These situations create opportunities for people. These little dumps. And yeah, I mean, like, look at this. If you're just buying the US 30, it moves in one direction. This is what we're trying to say in one of the streams. It just moves in one direction. So you keep stacking that investment, stacking that investment, stacking that investment. And hey, you got equity from your previous trades that you can play with. You know, you keep stacking it up. You keep stacking it up. And this is just for the long term, because this thing is moving up. It's at least in my opinion, this is not financial advice, but it's, in my opinion, going to keep moving up. Next 10 years from now, it's just going to keep moving bullish. Would one of your videos be about management of the trade, how to break even or stop loss? Yeah, for sure. We gotta look at risk management. That's the only thing that we can control. That's the only thing we can control. So I think it's a pretty good idea. No. No swing entry models though. There were no clean ranges to catch this move. The only way this move could have been caught here was via the consolidation breakout in here. Heading towards 3350 psychological mark. Look at the profit section on Discord. What is this? Bitcoin? Oh, 4,000. 4,000 pounds. 2,000 XRP. Solana 200. Litecoin 91. Oh, nice. That's a real W's here. Where is Bitcoin trading at? Let's see. Probably still hovering around the 100k mark. Yeah, we're by 106. We're looking at 130. Bitcoin on the quarterly does look really nice just to keep skyrocketing up. What are you planning on holding until? Because if you're up here 4,000 pounds, what are you planning to hold until? Oh, does it say you're down? You're down 5.13%. You're planning on holding to 200k? That's quite a bit of profit. If you're down 5.13% of your initial investment, I think this is your initial investment here. You're down 5.13%. You're planning to hold to like 200k? We'll see once the numbers start to go up if you're going to be having itchy fingers. Once we start hitting like 150, if you can still manage to hold. Because, you know, sometimes it's like that. Sometimes we get into a trade, we say, oh, we're going to hold this trade. But once we start to see the profits come in, you want to quickly secure it. You want to quickly secure it. It happened with my trade this morning. I was like, you know what? I'm inside of this trade over here. This is so nice volume, you know? So nice volume to hold. But when you see the numbers go up, when you see it spike, like, let me just take it off. So you have to have like some pretty strong willpower. I think I definitely want to catch some big trades. I've been trying to catch a big trade for a while, but I keep securing my profit every time I see it. You know, the thing about me is like I'm too used to trading mechanically. So if you see my results, they're pretty standard, like on a month-to-month basis. I'm always like securing profits. It's very standard, very predictable sort of results. So I find it sometimes more difficult to make those emotional decisions to hold trades. Because I know if I just keep swimming in this direction, I'm still gonna get what I want at the end of the month. So why feel the need to hold positions? Vic, you love music? Yes. I would not trust anybody who says that they don't like music. Yeah, definitely no sells. It seems like today it's been like zero. Like you could have had some sell opportunities here. Like, you know, price shot down about like 21 pips from my sell, but for the most part, sells are getting cooked today. So if you have like one bias and you just keep trying to catch the highs, then look at the amount of times that you could have been cooked here. Price has already shot up about 1.30-40%. No sells. Price is just moving up. It's still moving up here. So I think it's 33.50. Because I can't think of anything else past 33.50. 33.50, we also got the 4-hour wick over here on 33.50. Like if we break, then maybe price can keep moving up. You got another range here about like 324 pips. But this is the key area. Got a new 4-hour candle secure open up as well. So it's going to be quite interesting. Pretty parabolic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 previous 4-hour candlesticks were bullish. As we're heading into pre-New York and New York open, it'll be interesting to see what happens once we tap into 33.50. Whether we keep creating structure to move up or we start having potential for retracements. So you can see, like, for example, here today, even when we broke above here, create a new higher high, price didn't continue to move down below that support. Like we initially thought maybe we could fill this range. And it's just because of the overall flow of orders. That's why I also changed my bias here to a buy. Today you've been cooked because of sells. Bulls are strong. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Man, too much buying pressure here. Too much buying pressure. Wow, that looks amazing. That chart of stacks. IB's chart here. Well, you haven't seen nothing yet. Wait till you see... Oh, maybe you're talking about this one here. Yeah, I got some people who like stacking. Space Angel stacks. But you know, the funny thing about the stack though is it's all opened at the same price and it's all closed at the same price. So why not just add all these lots together and have it as one position, one big position? Because it's all open at the same price and it's closed at the same price. So it's not like you're leaving runners. All right, guys. I think I'm going to head out now before I do anything stupid. Before I overtrade, I need to stop looking at these charts because the FOMO is starting to come in now. The FOMO is starting to hit me now from this buy situation. This was the one I was trying to overtrade. I was trying to get like a bomber cloud on stream off of this one right here. Out of this general region. But I shot too early. I shot too early and that wiped me out. So yeah, it kind of sucks to watch it play out so beautifully though. That would have been a very nice comeback for me. So I'm gonna step aside now and just let the market do its thing and come back tomorrow with a new discipline and just keep it moving. So I appreciate everybody who tuned in here today. I hope you found some value in the stream. As always, guys, I love you guys. Appreciate you all tuning into the stream, leaving likes in the video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Adios.